Now let's see. So we have exported the schema that day. So what else option we can do with the help of export import? First will be
a question before we jump into the topic.
sure.
Yeah, I tried to create a PDB. It created a new PDB. Okay, like I had a test, so I created a dev PDB. Okay, but when I go to into that our dashboard, right, it doesn't show me two databases. I mean, of course, in the show PDBs, it shows me all database, but doesn't it show? Is it still showing only one test? It shows in the dashboard when we log in and go, right? Yeah.
Okay, you mean to see over here,
Yeah.
this one.
Right. Yeah. Here.
Over here, this your database is PDP now. Okay, it's DB. Database is one. It's container.
Oh, this is container, so
This
you
is just
don't
a
show
container.
PDB.
So when you create a database, so you can see dev is the container.
Mm-hmm.
When you make a connection to it, any of the portable databases, it will always be PDP. Dev PDP. Dev is your container.
So I created a new PDP. I have only, I mean, initially I had only test, okay, here appearing.
No,
And
don't look at me. I have created two databases, by the way. This is two container. One is for Lakshmi, which she's working on this test. So I have created new for myself to show you
oh,
that.
okay. So when you created your PDP, it was all appearing in your test
Yes.
only.
I have
Oh,
created one more PDP, one
oh,
more container over here. Okay.
okay. So if you want, this is basically container, and that container needs to be
Yes,
created from here. Okay.
this is just a container. When you go over here, you can see work request notes. So this is a database container. It's just a container, nothing more than that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I was just trying to search here for the database. So,
No, it's a container. That's it. You can see container DB unique name. It's container, not a database.
okay. And
So
I
what?
think, yeah, go ahead. I think I'm good. Thanks.
So you have created the PDP and it's open in open mode, read write mode. When you click on show PDPs, does it show read write mode?
Yes.
Oh, let me find. You can create one more PDP so that you will be exporting schema from one database and will be importing another databases. Okay. So yeah, that day we discovered schema level export. What are the other, with the help of export import, we can do table level. You can just export a specific that table, not the entire schema, only one table we want to export. Like first we give the schema name dot the table name, which we want to export. Another will be input that table to another schema. Might be Scott is the one schema, and we have exported from EMP table from Scott, and we can import that table again in the HR. So in that case, it's called remap underscore schema. Remapping. So it's, you understand the name of the remapping. So let's first import it. That day we have done the export. Let's import it.
So when you
But
give the different name, so that particular table will go in a different name. It will create as a chart.
if you do not specify this remap underscore schema, what really happens that either it will go to the table to the schema. You have now just imagine now we have given table name is equal to EMP.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have given table name or like me schema name equal to escort. So it's gonna go with the same name.
Okay.
When you remap, that means it mapping mapping. You're mapping employees data to HR.
Okay.
And also we can export to other table space also. Table spaces also we can do. The multiple things we can do with the help of export import. So import and export are actually used at the level of schema and tables
Okay.
mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, when you want to, where there's a table, example, table have millions of records. And before making any kind of changes to the table, database, the data development team will ask the DBA, make sure you take a backup of the table and then run the update command, which is given by them. So you have two options. Either you will table in the same schema, like select star from me, select like, let's just get it. So I already have a table. So now I got a request from this is a real-time scenario I'm telling you. Now you got a request. This have only 10 records. Might be you might have millions of records in this table. So before you want to make any changes, the team will ask, take a backup of this table. So either you have two options, select start, create table, create table, where you will get table under Apex only, under Apex dot employee. Oh, underscore BTP as select start from. So I have created one backup table. It's a backup table. So it's not a new table. It's a backup of this table. Now I made run some update query, update command on this table. Okay, my update command is done. Now after that, you have committed the operations. Now they have checked and they said no. They want to revert back to the original table. So either in that case, what we will do, we will drop this table again. Drop table. Table is dropped. So now I do not have anything in the employee table. What I will do, I will revert back this. My original table is created. But this is scenario when the records is less. Just imagine now we have millions of records. So creating table will take much of time. Plus, it will take memory. Because when you create a table backup, that means suppose this table have the size of this table is almost 10 GB. 10 GB. Apex dot employee. What is the size? 10 GB. So backup means again you have to you need 10 GB more because again your table will be size of employee. Let's go BKP 10 GB. In this case, what you can do, you can export the table. Export the table, perform the update command DML on the table. Now again, if they want, because with the help of export, we can compress this. That we saw the compression actually compresses your data by 90 to 95%. So your 10 GB would become 1 GB in case of export of table and with the help of compression. Now, once your update command is done, now if they will ask you to revert back the origin, in that cases, you can either import back again by using the same thing because you don't have to change the name anything, or else you can import in other schema if they ask you. So this is the real-time example when the table import and export are created. And also, in many cases, there are very important tables. Like example, this is a finance related table, which needs to back up every day. So in that case, you won't be taking a backup of this table manually. What you will do, you will run a cron tab jobs, where you will be exporting this table every day. Okay. Because your database backup will be taken on a daily basis for the production environment. But just to on a safer side, you might need to back up this table after every 4 hours. Are the live scenario where export import are being used as compared to another ARM backup. Table level backup, schema level backup, full database export import, and this also got database performing tuning. We'll learn this one. Let's for that we have just exported the table schema. Let's import that schema. So this is my first data PDP where I have exported it. Okay. This was the place where my data should be present. Yeah, I can see my data dump file. apex underscore. And there's one more PDP. Let's connect to this PDP. Now over here, this join. Let's drop user GOHN. Yes, we get. User. So we have exported schema called Apex. This Apex have a default directory called Apex tablespace and Apex temp tablespace. So before importing this Apex schema from database one to another database, we also need the same tablespace available in the target database. The reason is, example, now you have 100 of GB of tables data available on this tablespace. So in order to make sure your data doesn't get out of memory, we have to initially create tablespace, only tablespace, no schema creation, nothing. So now I have Apex user over here, but I don't have a tablespace. Let's see if I have a tablespace. I already have Apex. Okay, let's drop this tablespace down. Including contents and files. Now I don't have any table space called Apex. So, but I want to import this Apex schema into another database. Might be this is Apex over here. Over here, I might be importing into Johnny. First thing will be I will have to create a one data table space. first create missing tablespace target. So apex tablespace is not there. So there is no tablespace called apex. Okay. And I want to import this tablespace schema apex, which have a tablespace called apex. So I have to create first schema or tablespace in the target database. Apex basically created. Now there. Okay, it's there. What
Earlier,
else?
when I was trying to create Vivek, I was getting an error saying uh, typed master key not found in wallet. Did you
Master.
encounter any time that issue when I
Yes,
was?
yes, yes. Might get. So what we have to do is
Mhm.
first select this status. Go to your PDP.
Okay.
See if this wallet is open. Because this happens only because you're using on the Oracle cloud. In
Okay.
cloud, all data has been protected by wallet. So if you get lost the password of the wallet, data will be lost. For the security purpose, it's on the cloud. That's the reason we have a wallet. Otherwise, there is no need for the wallet at all.
Okay.
So if you see this option auto login available, then what you have to do is that I'm giving some commands. Just copy paste with the yourself.
Okay. Screenshot.
I'm putting this in the command. Cloud database. So in cloud, by default, every database is protected with this wallet. So wallet is something, no, when you like wallet, your all details, credit card, everything is filled. You have keep in your wallet. Once you forget wallet, all the card, cash, everything will be lost.
Okay.
So that's the reason wallet is being used in case of cloud only. Now, what we have first, you have to create, first we have to find the schema which you want to export. Then we want to see what kind of, which table spaces that schema is using. So we have to create that table space in the target database. Default table space is Apex. Temporary table space also there, Apex.
Okay.
So we have to create temporary table space as well. I should have somewhere. What is the name of the temporary table space which we have assigned to specs? Apex underscore temp. Apex underscore temp. Find the location of the directory.
This is not exactly same as the one in the other database, right? It is just you have taken data file from here and copying from there, right?
Yes, yes, it's not the same. It's a different one because I will try live now. I'm taking the DB file directly locations, everything. Okay, you can see
Yeah.
you will do DB underscore data files. This will give you the path
Okay.
where existing data files are available. If you check this screen, because over there, database have read that permission on this directory and this file. So you have to just copy the location. Okay. And you have to just replace the path for the location of the files. I think temporary, just any kind of. Okay, it's already exist. Okay, it already exists. Leave it then. Now see the user where. Okay, you won't find the user where user equals to Apex. It's there, but we will be not using Apex. We'll be using a different user called JOHN Johnny. So in the target database, we do not have a user called Johnny.
Okay.
So let's start from DBA underscore users. Do we have Johnny? We have Apex, but we don't have Johnny. But we are going to import this schema in Johnny table, in Johnny, which we do not have. So either we have to create new schema called Johnny, and we import that contents in Johnny schema. Without creating, so if you want to create a schema, first you have to create schema, give the grants, create session, create table, create everything on the schema, or else there's other option called remap that we are going to do right now. Import, it's schema, import directory. Let's start from DBA underscore director. Let's find what is directory dump file location. This is the dump file location. Data underscore pump underscore dir. We'll copy this in the import command. Directory will be this one, and this is the location. Let's go to this location. Let's remove everything from this location. Now this location is blank. So we will copy the dump file which we have exported from there till here. Now my dump file is available where in the new DBA directory, in the new data pump directory called this path of the new database. So we'll be copying to the target's directory pump location. Okay. Now this is the location where I have added the file. And what is the location of the name? DBA directory data pump underscore dir is the name given over here. What is dump file name? Dump file name will be the file name which we will be importing or which you have exported from this source database. What is the name? Apex underscore data dot dmp. Give this name. Log file is the log file name which will be created while dumping. So if anything goes wrong, you will see what, if you want to see what exactly is happening in the log file. Remap. Now tell me what's going to be remap over here. Remap schema.
Apex to
Apex to
Johnny, the user which we have created.
yes. Now it will be Johnny.
Yeah.
JOHNY. Apex to Johnny. Import directory, and also you have to specify the system password, or like if we have not created a schema, that means system, I'm using system schema. IMPDP system schema, that is scheme passwords, the password, then the database to which you want to import directory will be the data pump directory of the target database, where we have copied the dump file name, the dump file name which you have exported from the source database. Log file is the file where it will write all the operation which is going to perform during the import. It's log live location, it can be anything, but it should end with .log extension or anything. Remap scheme. If you do not have the source schema available in the target database, you can remap it to another schema. If you want to have the same schema, which is in the source and data, and the source and target is same, in that you can put apex.apex. But if not, then you can have to put this one. Let's copy. Now, master table successfully imported. Let's see the cracks. That's the log file. Connected. Schema apex does not exist. Went wrong. Nice. Now it went. I think it took special. It was a junk character. It have taken a junk character. Okay, we have removed that one. Now there is no error. But we have imported from Apex to Johnny. Let's see the Johnny schema has been created or not. Yeah. Johnny schema has been created during the import export command. But did we get this schema earlier? Well, see.
Yes.
So with the help of, we did not create schema, we did not grant create session, did not grant any kind of create table schema, anything. By default, what we did, we remapped the schema from source to target. So during this operation, it will create the schema and everything.
Okay.
Right. It will create a schema, dump the import johnny.employee. So from apex dot to employee, it have dumped. Create a schema, everything. Now we did for just a database for one schema. Schema label. Okay. Now just imagine that now your database size is, what is the size of database? I want to check the size. Size of my database is 915 MB. It's almost 1 GB. Now, before making any kind of export, import, anything, first I have to estimate that how much memory will be taken by the export import command. Imagine now you got a request that you want to back up the entire database and you have only 100 or 50 GB of space available on your mount point, and the size of database is 100 GB. How would you estimate it? How much time or how much memory your backup would take. So there is a command called estimate. EXPDP. Estimate is equal to yes. Yes. Full equals to Y. So it's only estimation. It's only estimation. It's not gonna export anything.
Okay, estimation of time. So,
Estimation of how much time or how much this memory gonna take. Just imagine this. I'm putting my MPDP. This time. Total estimation will be 4.67 MB. That much of memory will be used. And it is giving the estimation also. What are the things which is going to export? Table. Now I got to know, okay, this much of memory will be required. Now, if I find that I have enough of memory for the operation to perform, then I can export. So with the help of export, you have to estimate, only estimate. Full equals to specify the full database or specific database. Now, what else we can do with the help of EXPDP? Full data export import we have seen. We can import export. Schema level we have done. Let's try to just with the export. Let's go to with the only database. Only its table.
did we do full database?
No, we did not do the full database.
Okay.
We just estimated this one.
Oh, just estimated how much time. Okay.
If you want, let's do the full database export. And in that full database export, we will be using compression.
Okay.
But for that, first you have to find the directory of the first database. We'll be using PDP, not PDP2. Let's go to find the DB directories. Data pump. Either you can use data pump, this one. I got the no location directory. Full. Let's go backup. Export. dot dump log file full equal to yes, compression equal to yes. And what else we have to find? The file location, xpdp directory, and what else we have to find? Compression. TTP system. All. Now, how much am I to 2 minutes 27 seconds? Okay. Now the size of the dump 792 KB. Size time was 2 minutes 27 seconds. Now over here, you can see a single file. A single file. The reason single file is because at the same time, single worker was writing to this file. Single worker. Now imagine I have a size of database, it's very huge. So I need multiple workers to perform this read and write. So I need parallelism. I need at the same time I need multiple workers to perform this operation so that time taken for the export should be much faster. So for that, Oracle have got performance tuning called parallel. You can always use direct is equal to parameter perform faster export import. You can also use parallel parameters to start multiple export import for the faster performance. But make sure to use star percentage u with the dump file name so multiple dump files can be read write simultaneously. Now only single file has been created dump because there was single worker who was working to read and write to this file. Now I want to do this with multiple one. Now what I will first I will remove this file. So now the time was taken 0 min 2 min 27 second. Let's do one thing. What I will do over here I will create underscore dump. Okay. Now it's gonna get multiple file which ends with .dmp. Compress equal to this one. And I will add parallel. That means 4 workers will work. Okay, it should be star. It should be star. U. Yeah. The time is reduced, maybe less, but it is reduced. Now, how many dump file has been created?
Four.
1, 2, 3, 4. Why 4 file? Because we have created 4 parallelism. 4 option was given, parallel to 4. At the same time, four workers were performing I/O to this file, reading file from the database and writing to this dump file. So with the help of this question, then how there might be interview question, how we can increase the performance of backup while while export. So you can use we can use a parallelism. This is called parallelism. We can specify the parallelism by giving the number of workers. So parallel is equal to 4. So this depends on the CPU of your memory or database. CPU of your machine, CPU. If you have 4 CPU, 8 CPU, that means 8 into 6, 4 CPU, 4 into 2. You have direct connection with your CPUs. So today we have done the backup of schema, full database. Let's see if we can do the export of table. Data pump. We will be taking back off. Employee log file will be employee, it's fine. Not log, table will be next dot. Okay, we are done with the backup of a single table. Exported single table. 10 rows size. So tomorrow you have to do schema level backup, table level backup, import export, schema level import export, full database import export, and also parallelism.
Okay.
So I'm going to upload this script file on the drive. You can just do this one. Okay.
Okay.
So let's catch up tomorrow at the same time.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any question over here till now? Any questions?